There's new movement in the Adnan Syed case. His team filed a motion for a reduced sentence that's made possible under a 2021 law that gives a second chance to underage defendants after they've served at least 20 years in prison. WMAR2 News' Blair Sable joins us now. And Blair, this is not the first time they've tried to do this.
Well, Elizabeth, they have filed for this previously, but before it could move forward, a judge ultimately vacated his sentence. But if you're familiar with the case, that wasn't the end at all for this. And with the uncertainty that lies ahead in the future of this case, it's another opportunity to maintain his freedom. Syed's conviction in the 1999 murder of his ex-girlfriend Hae Min Lee was vacated in 2022, but was later reinstated last year by the appellate court and confirmed by the state Supreme Court. Now, the question isn't whether Syed is innocent or guilty, but it's over concerns about logistical missteps and possible victims' rights violations in the hearing that initially freed Syed. Now, we are still awaiting a vacator proceeding in circuit court, but until then, this sentence hearing could be the key to ending this saga for the 43-year-old, or it might not be needed at all.
Every lawyer who defends a person, their primary job is to ensure that that person remains free. The Restoration Act would be the vehicle to get the reduced sentence, even if there was no vacating of the original conviction. So what Adnan's lawyer is doing is exactly what a lawyer should do to protect the client.
Now, Syed's attorney, Erica Suter, released a statement calling this a small step towards safeguarding his freedom and, quote, "We believe the court will see that Adnan's remarkable accomplishments and good conduct both during his incarceration and since release support a sentence reduction." Meanwhile, David Sanford, the Lee family attorney, also released a statement today questioning Syed's innocence, stating, quote, "To date, Mr. Syed and the state of Maryland have not presented a shred of new, let alone compelling evidence which would warrant overturning a murder conviction that has withstood appeals for over 2 decades. Now, the Public Defender's Office and the University of Baltimore Law School Innocence Project Clinic maintain Syed's innocence. Elizabeth?
Yeah, so Blair, this law, it's only been around since 2021. How many people have actually been released from prison early under that law?
Well, Elizabeth, we actually were talking to the Public Defender's Office about a similar case, or a case in which this provision was being invoked, and they told us that 50 people so far in the last 3 years have been released. And the judge has to consider a lot of factors in this case, including the defendant's prison records and also the victim impact statements.
All right, will be very interesting to see what happens. It's definitely been a long saga. Thanks for the update, Blair.